Howdy, my name is Sarah Purrier, and today I'll be introducing my organism known as the squid. You already know the common name of the squid. However, the scientific name, which is in Latin, is known as the Tifida. I'm having a little hard time pronouncing it, but hopefully I got that correct. The way that you can find squids throughout the world are typically in your oceans. However, they range in their different habitats depending on what species and what time of the year it is. They can either live in the tropical warm waters like the Caribbeans, or they can live in the cold oceans near either like the Alaska Range or near Antarctica. They can also live in shallow waters, like in the reefs, in the Caribbeans and Australia, or they can live in the deep oceans, where usually their huge eyes come into play. They go see in the deep dark. Now, when it comes to getting their food, they're known to be predators mainly. They hunt fish and mollusks, but what they typically do is that they typically hunt by going underneath schools of fish, and typically dart upward, trying to catch as many fish as possible with their tentacles and arms and try to shove it down their beaks, which is pretty fascinating. This is another picture. This is a picture of a squid within the shallow waters, just to show that this is also found there. Squids, when it comes to predator and prey relationships, squids are actually pretty much in the middle. It can depend on their size, however. For example, squids that are typically small, like cuttlefish and larvae that just emerged, they can be hunted by either seabirds, like pelicans and the such. When they get to medium size, they typically are served as like a light protein snack by dolphins, sharks, seals, and the such. And after years and time of eating other animals, you get these giant squids that typically sperm whales love to hunt. Sperm whales typically come out of the battles with a bunch of scars. However, they can get pretty good meals after eating some giant squids in the deep, cold oceans. They are still predators to other fish, mollusks, such as themselves too. They can be cannibals as well, and also crustaceans like crabs, lobsters, and the such. When it comes to unique traits that they have developed, there's just one that really came out and spoke to me. They have this trait called jet propulsion. Basically, within the big head of a squid known as the mantle cavity, they have this hole that injects water inside of it. And what they do is that they squeeze the water outside of their, for lack of a better term, mantle cavity or skull, out of a hole called a siphon. And what that does is that it pushes them super fast throughout the water. Scientists and marine biologists have captured footage and have estimated the top speeds of squids using jet propulsion to be anywhere between 20 to 25 miles per hour, which is pretty neat. Squids are part of the group known as the mollusk. Over here in this rather simplified tree of life, you can look over here and see squids, cuttlefish, and octopi kind of grouped together. It's not said perfectly, but they're part of mollusks, which is descendant of invertebrates. Other than that, when we talk about the squid's importance within the environment, they're really good when it comes to helping transferring nutrients, proteins, and energy throughout the environment. Not only do they get their energy and protein from fish, mollusks, and crustaceans, but also they can help transfer that to other higher organisms such as seals, sharks, and even whales at a certain extent. For humans, they have served kind of like a nice little dish. We can cut their for little suction cups and then fry them, making calamari. They're plentiful in the oceans. They're not as nutritious, however, they're good when it comes to filling your belly. For my sources that I gathered all of my knowledge, it's really two sites. One of them known as Green Nature, which provided this tree of life. Thank you. And also American Oceans, which provided all the hunting techniques that squids have and their diet, along with what kind of squids there are. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.